Occupy yourself with music, definitely the word, and a lot of information, especially what's going on the earth right now. So the lineup begins tomorrow morning with Patient Saints, and it'll carry it right on to the last show, which is Wisdom Crieth outside of Austin.
Wake up to the Patient Saints, go ahead and grab your coffee. This truth is spreading across the globe. Our hidden history's alive with Deacon, take us through them times. Painted black faces right now, you know this not Jesus Christ. Raving the wolves, we prophesying in the fire booth. Bringing more fire, word to Deacon Malachi. You the ending in the lion's den. We got the current events, wisdom crying out at 9 o'clock, come listen. We gon' set it off on Sundays.
Check, check. Hey, Shalom Israel. Welcome back to
WCO.
All praise to the Most High.
Hey, so Bishop, this what happened, right?
What happened?
Friday.
Friday what?
Friday they have this event in Austin called South by Southwest, right?
Yep.
And just to keep them up to speed, they had an event called South by Southwest.
Right.
And that's where like all these music artists and stuff like that come to Austin and they try to be something, you know, or try to make themselves.
That's what Tory Lanez got his shot at South by Southwest. You knew that?
Right.
See, I'm current. And you
I know, Bishop. I know you. I know you be on your game.
I
know you be on your game, Bishop.
Yeah, free Tory.
But the prophet showed
Anyway,
up.
I'm talking about Meg Thee Stallion. She's a liar. That dude DNA. I know we was talking, but I'm sorry, I'm talking about that. His DNA wasn't even on the pistol, man.
Oh, you talking about Megan the donkey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Male horse. Gonna lie.
Megan the male horse. The male horse.
Male horse.
I hope when he beat the case,
right,
he repent first. Right. But I hope when he beat the case that they cancel her. Damn lie, trying to get this man sent to jail. I see that affects me personally.
Right.
Getting sent to jail for something you didn't do. I know how to. Let me go move on.
Because they already trying to
get
out.
Tory. About to go through some trouble.
Don't do it. They're already trying to
talk to go far away.
Woosah.
Let's go on.
So the prophet showed up.
Devil's a lie.
We showed up on Friday, right? We did the work, all praise to the Most High. And guess what happened? Saturday, 4 people got shot.
Powerful nigga.
It never fails.
Wow.
Some powerful nigga.
It never fails. It never fails.
Powerful niggardry at work.
That is so hilarious. So he got shot up.
Got shot
I'm
up.
telling you, little young ones that want to be out there on 6th Street doing that stuff, you go play with God. Play with God. You don't think it's a joke.
Think God is not going to hold you guilty for that?
Bring it out. Damn. All right.
Yep.
Think it's a joke.
Let's play that video.
Yeah, let's go ahead and play that video. I think it happened in Arkansas, too. The same thing.
Yep.
Shootout over there.
It was a shootout. But before we play that video, back to your point, though, Bishop, man. You know, brothers think they slick, and they want to go and be deceitful and do certain things and seek out this lifestyle. What you about to see, that's what's waiting for you.
Right.
Fact. When you leave this Bible and you want to go see what's out there,
go ahead and find out.
We're going to show you right now what's out there for you.
There's no protection.
Right here in Austin, South by Southwest 6th Street.
Hey, Officer David, that's heavy what you just said because remember...
We're staying on top.
Officer Raz and Officer Khalil, remember when we was passing out flyers, we ran into a brother that was like, oh, Shalom.
Right.
I'm in the New Orleans camp.
Right.
He said that. The brother was walking around, no fringes on. You know,
he was just...
He cleared it. Did y'all take a picture with him?
He was false claiming. Nah, bitch, you know, we don't do that.
I want to see his face.
Yeah, he cleared it. When we tried to talk to him, Bishop, he was
crazy.
Out. He was out.
But yeah, like you were saying, like, go out in these certain type of events and thinking you just chilling and stuff, and then you can just get gunned down.
Let's see what happened now.
We're staying on top of breaking news. A mass shooting on the last day of South by Southwest. Police believe they have caught the person responsible, taking them into custody just before 5 this morning. 4 people are in the hospital. They are all expected to survive. The shooting happening near the festival on East 6th Street near Nietzsche's. This is the second mass shooting on 6th Street in the past year.
It is.
Message.
Just like the scriptures say, evil pursueth sinners. It never fails. As soon as the prophet showed, we showed up in Chicago, same thing happened. Yep. This Arkansas thing, same thing happened. All right, y'all better repent. We just out there to mark y'all. That's it.
That's it. You go live that. You go live
Stop
that
being
life
a damn fool.
You know, I don't know. I've never in my life seen a party or event worth getting shot for. I just don't understand. Now, I know when you're young and you don't know no better, but for you all that's in this truth and you're trying to live a secret life and be dabbling that stuff, boy, you looking for God to judge you.
Facts.
Be afraid. I ain't worth it. I tell you, some reality's hit. I'm telling you, there's 2 times reality hits you in life. Well, a few times, but this 2 I'm talking about. One, when you get shot, and the other one, police throw handcuffs on you. Then everything starts flooding and reality shit start getting real clear.
Sliding in them seats.
Get real humble.
Things start getting real clear.
Get real humble.
I ain't going back. They give you cushion in the back seat.
Handcuffs
Just be
gone,
sliding.
boy. You start sobering up real quick, and you better not have no warrants because reality starts striking you hard, boy. You like, damn, I could have just stayed home and
That's
I should
crazy.
have been here. Yeah,
You think about everything you finna do differently in life.
Yeah, like there you go. Believe that.
Then you won't call on the Most High.
You're like, hello. Yeah, what's this now? We doing Hebrew history? What's this now?
Yes,
Sir.
Hey, we got anybody calling in? Anybody online waiting? Nah, hey, everybody calling. What's the number? Tell them to call in right now. Is it a phone number?
Zoom.
It's a Zoom
It's gonna
link.
be a Zoom call.
I'm from a different generation, boy. I'm like, like it's a telethon.
J.G. Wedgworth.
Oh man,
We
So,
got
yeah,
the link posted in the description.
Yeah, post in the description the link. Y'all calling. What we talking about now?
So we're going to go
Why do
into
people
some
see Tupac
history.
for?
I don't know.
I don't know. They got two.
Tupac
we
still-
appreciate you.
He's still relevant.
Nah, it's
I thought
Jupop, Bishop.
Tupac.
Jupop.
Nah, that's not
Only
by
God could judge me.
That look like you, Kyler.
Yeah, let's get that article about
Carlo, like he took some
the video of the ghettos. Oh, that's it. All right, let's play that.
Let's see. That look like.
Tell the homies I'm in heaven and they ain't got hoods.
Like many songs will tell you,
Bullet holes left in my peepholes.
the story of what housing and other living conditions look like for many Black Americans is pretty bleak. And that's by design. In addition to artists cataloging their very personal experiences,
The fuss when the landlord dissed us, no heat. Wonder why Christmas missed us.
it's been proven that the modern phenomenon of concentrated Black poverty was an intentional government-sponsored institution. This is in part why President Biden issued an executive order back in January, intended to right the historical wrongs Black folks have faced when it comes to housing and home ownership in this country. But first, let's take it back.
The dawn of the 20th century, African Americans in major cities lived scattered throughout the city. They weren't segregated particularly. It's only with the Great Migration of 6 to 7 million African Americans north and west escaping the South, the predominant response of the United States government and state and local governments to the Great Migration was to contain Black people in their own neighborhoods. And HUD, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, was particularly a part of this role. With the precursors to HUD introduced and encouraged racially restrictive covenants, redlining of every major city where African Americans landed. The federal government was a sponsor of urban renewal, infamously called Negro removal by the great James Baldwin.
Urban renewal, which means moving the Negroes out. It means Negro removal. That is what it means. And the federal government is an accomplice to this fact.
That so-called urban renewal also included a federally sponsored interstate highway system, which was intentionally designed to mow through vibrant Black neighborhoods. Take Miami, for example. 2 highways, I-95 and I-395, bulldoze right through the predominantly Black and low-income Overtown neighborhood, previously called Colored Town during segregation.
The Department of Housing and Urban Development and the federal government writ large in the first 7 decades of the 20th century invested billions.
Being that they said that real quick, do you know what the purpose of putting highways right through the middle of Black communities? Anybody know the reason why? Anybody here? Why did they pick those areas to put highways right through the community? They could have built it to the left and right in some cities, like in Tulsa. Tulsa, they put a highway. What's the highway through Tulsa again? 44. Damn, that's a trucker right
That's
there.
a truck driver.
44.
444.
Highway 44.
Hey, Officer Rather trying to hold it in too.
Yeah.
Hey.
Anyway, you understand? Oh, but let me just tell you. Cities like Colored Town, or what they call Overtown now, they were thriving black cities where blacks were making money, sustaining themselves. Same thing in Tulsa and many other. That's countless. And part of the planning was we're going to separate that city and break it down. Because they're growing too big, the economy is too strong, and we're going to segregate it. So in other words, what we're going to do is drive a highway through the middle of it that is going to separate the city, break it up, and then we're going to put them at odds with each other. That's why you have, like in L.A., you have the East Coast Crips and the West Side Crips. Because they divide the city, and they eventually have them pitted against each other. But this is all, let me tell you, Esau, one thing about Esau, never underestimate his level of intelligence. One thing he does understand is the psyche of man and how they think. He understood that we have to separate, break up the communities, then break up the households with the fathers to destroy them as a people. And they invested billions of dollars to do this.
Right. And I know we were speaking about this earlier in the week. When I saw this video, I kind of had to take a step back and say, damn, Esau is good at what they do.
Of course.
They're really calculated in how they move in the agenda of keeping us oppressed.
Yes.
That's why the nigga pisses me off, because we'll fight for our block, our hood. That's my ghetto. When you don't understand that Esau sets you up in a trick bag to put you in there so you can do that.
It ain't yours.
It's crazy.
So play it on.
Of dollars in racial segregation and concentrated poverty. Each time this country created a peculiar institution that subordinated Black people, slavery, Jim Crow, it created and dismantled it. They replaced it with another one. And the iconic Black ghetto, I don't use that as a pejorative, I use it as a descriptor, was a follow-on institution to slavery and Jim Crow. That's the legacy that every new administration inherits, and the Biden administration has as well.
Today, I'm directing the Department of Housing and Urban Affairs and Urban Development to redress the historical racism in federal housing policies.
This executive order is just one
Go back
of
a little
four
bit. Just go
signed
back a little bit on Biden. Right there.
I'm directing the Department of Housing and Urban Affairs and Urban Development to redress the historical racism in federal housing policies.
Stop. To readdress historical racism in federal, and that is so true what he's saying. But here's what strikes me: you're gonna tell me Obama didn't see this stuff, and it takes Esau to address it, which we know is BS his addressing anyway. Right. But for him to even verbalize that, Obama, when he's in office, he wasn't doing nothing for Jake. The only thing he did for Jake was Jake sodomites, where you can all gay people get married.
And free phones.
And
the bomber phone.
The bomber phone. That was it. But now you got an Edomite who we know don't care about us. But I can't believe he verbalized the racism in urban housing projects.
Right.
That is, let me tell you something. For you all who grew up in the South and never really seen housing projects, and not that you don't have housing projects in the South, but you ain't really never seen no real housing project. Trust me. Unless you live in a major city up north or Midwest, you don't know what a housing project look like. You Philly, or West, you'll see it. We're talking about one housing project will be a cluster of 20 buildings, floors 1 to 30. And that's just one housing project. And then you go a few blocks down, there's another one like that. So you got one building with 30 floors. I know in Chicago or in Newark, I went to one time, the elevators wasn't even working.
Right.
And this was 20-something floors. And each floor, you have maybe 15 or 20 units on the floor, 30 floors up. And that's one building. Let me tell you something. You put people like that, what do you expect to get out? What do you expect when you have people? That's caged. They caged in. Then when the crack epidemic rate took off, some of you too young to know that, what they began to do was they began to put gates around the projects. And they said, this was to protect the people. And no, it was to trap them in there. You couldn't get in and out very easily. Now cops can't get, now dudes are selling drugs in there now. Dudes selling drugs love it because police can't park, because before police would pull the car right up into the middle of the park and run out. Now they can't do that. So now you foster a bigger problem where these dudes is hustling now and police can't even get to them now. And they knew, do that, say it's to protect them, but now the whole place is infected and it falls apart.
Right. And to go back to address Sleepy Joe even addressing the issue, right? That's all a smoke screen, right? He addresses it to so black people could go right back to sleep and say, look at Sleepy Joe. He's addressing it, but they're never going to address it because they created it. You understand? So they're never going to fully correct it. They created it, so they wanted to make it seem like, oh, look, yeah, we understand the situation, and we're gonna help, and we're gonna put little laws and pass stipulations to help out. But what it is, we're so far behind. It doesn't matter what they do. Right. We're always gonna be caught up in that little redlining, HUD, and all that stuff.
The only way to fix it properly, one, is for us to rule this earth. But let's just be naive in talking about it. Do you see the amount of money they gave away with this COVID stuff with PPPs and EIDL loans into the trillions of dollars? The money they gave away to these countries. You think America, the money they gave away just with the COVID scare, they gave away free money, easy money. Do you know they could have rebuilt so many cities? The money they give to Israel and all these countries, they could rebuild and everybody could have a house.
Right. Afghanistan.
Everybody, I'm telling you, a house. I ain't talking about no apartment. Everybody can have. There's a whole lot of undeveloped land throughout America that's just sitting there. Let me tell you, to build a house today, to build a 3-4 bedroom house, don't cost nothing. Jimmy Carter with his what's it called again? Not HUD. Jimmy Carter. He did a building after he came out from president. He started a Habitat for Humanity, where they were going out building houses. These houses are prefabbed. So the walls are prefabbed, the exterior walls are prefabbed. They throw houses up. They can get anybody to build it. It's like Legos. Throw it together. Right. It don't cost no money to do it. They don't want to do it. Let me tell you so y'all can understand. For there to be a rich, there must be a poor. There's no way it doesn't work like that. And we're on the poor end. We're on the point. But okay, let's play on.
And urban development to redress historical racism in federal housing policies.
This executive order is just one of 4 signed by President Biden, designed to address racial equity in the United States. And while this progress is a step in the right direction, there's still a lot of harm to undo.
Segregation started coming down after the passage of the Fair Housing Act of 1968, which actually only got passed in the wake of Dr. Martin Luther King's assassination. In 1980, 8 out of 10 Black people would have had to move in order to be evenly integrated within metropolitan areas. Half of Black people who live in metropolitan areas still live in neighborhoods of high segregation.
Stop.
So,
let me tell you something. The worst thing that could have ever happened to us was to desegregate. We were better off segregated. We had thriving. Let me tell you something. Esau is a pimp. He understands the game. He's like, these Negroes is doing too good for themselves. Tulsa, we can name Rosewood, the same place in Overtown today was Blacktown. Listen, we had our own hotels, we had our own because we couldn't rely on them. Right. They wasn't doing anything with us, so we couldn't rely on them. So we relied on ourselves, and we built, thrived. After we had millionaires, people that was rich, hotels, had everything. And they said, like Esau is, because many of them are inbred, they brothers and sisters, mommy and daddies are brothers and sisters, these little hillbillies. They got jealous, and they saw how we were living on the other side of the track. And they said, damn, these niggas doing good. They doing better than us. This nigga got a piano in his house. Nigga got a piano. They can play. Nigga can read. Meanwhile, they was eating friggin' stewed possum, and it bothered them. It bothered them. They said, you know what? We cannot allow them to self-sustain. We need them to always need them. That's what a pimp do. A pimp need his hoe to always need him, so they can always have control. And they say, you know what, we're gonna bring them together, but we're still gonna treat them like crap. Right. But let them, for the wants of all things, they got to need us for everything, and then we control. So you know what, we're gonna give you EBT. We're going to give you free food and welfare, free cheese, because you always have to come home to daddy, baby. You always going to come to us. Every month you got to come to me. You're going to need me, because I'm daddy. Damn. The minute a nigga could do for himself, they're like, he's dangerous. And there you go. What you going to say? Something you want to say?
I kind of find it interesting. They keep talking about, like the segregation is a problem. So that's part of the programming, is that we've been conditioned to think that segregation is a problem. So when they started taking it out, another message came behind it, like we shouldn't want to be separate. We should get to drink at the same water fountains with them, and ride on the same. We could have had our own buses. Or, hell, I'm telling you, and that was, I'm sorry to say, because I know some of you don't like it, that was your boy MLK. Right. He was fine for, like, we are the little black children, white children will hold hands and be one. We're still not one, dude. You honestly, do you really think after all the atrocities happened to us, giving us the right to drink at the same water fountain is a step up? Right. Let me tell you something. A gift destroyeth the heart. It says, surely oppression makes a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So now that you allow me, after I was beaten, to sit at the same counter and eat food next to you like it's a privilege. First off, that generation that did that, y'all, I take my hat off to you, because there's no way I'm going to sit at the counter and let you go to the back and make my hash. And imagine what the food they was eating, what they was doing to that food. But then you feel like you made strides because you can sit on the bus with them, you can drink at the same water fountain. And it was black leaders that was pushing it, and we looked to them as the people that's going to show us the right way and led us into a disaster. We was better off segregated.
Right. And just to back you up, I gotta represent with the Bible, because there's Christians out there saying, what are you talking about segregating? Guess what? The Most High God always wanted us to be segregated from the other nations. Let's get that in Deuteronomy 7. And we're going to start with verse 3. To show you, it's scriptural. The best thing we could have did was stay away from these other nations. Yep. From the time of Moses, when he says this, and up to now. So let's read that real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Read on.
For they will turn away thy son from following me.
And that's the point I want. So right here, he's specifically talking about marriage, but that goes with everything. Right. Whenever we join hand in hand with them, we're always turned away from what God truly wants us to do.
Right. But hey, officer, I was watching a documentary about that, and the funny thing is, with Martin Luther King, he was having an affair with a white woman in college. So it always goes back to that white woman again. You know what I'm saying? Always goes back to those strange nations.
He was messing around. You know, Martin Luther King was a player.
Yep.
You know that.
Messing around.
I didn't know it was a white woman.
Yep.
Damn white woman. Got him.
Judah, damn.
Hell no.
That white woman is the ruin of the black man. For real.
You want to finish that?
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse.
No. Video.
Hey, I'm sorry. Side note. It be the blackest Negroes that always find a white woman. You know who broke my heart?
It's crazy.
That broke my heart when I saw a white. What that broke my heart when I saw him when I found he had a white woman was Don Cornelius on Soul Train. He was the blackest Negro in the world. He was the reason why we was black and proud. And then he had a white chick, and I'm like, no, not you, Don. You was the mouth to black people. You don't know what I'm talking about. As a kid,
crazy.
I get up on Saturdays morning, and it'd be Don Cornelius, and he's like, Soul Train, power to big 70s. Afro. And then he had a white woman. That man broke my heart, man.
That's crazy, man.
That broke my heart, man.
I was watching that. They did a special on HBO.
I know y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
No, they don't. The 70s.
That was back in the 70s, Bishop?
Yeah, what you saying? Get a line?
That's about 2 decades before you, bro.
That's when you was straight liquid. You was straight liquid them days.
Damn. I was watching that. I think they did a documentary on Frederick Douglass on HBO where they did his letters. I didn't know with his first wife, she was Judah. When he remarried, he ended up getting with Esau. His second wife.
No, don't say that.
His second wife was Esau.
We got to do a segment and show these. Nah, not him too.
Yeah, man. He got all this imagery trying to uplift his people, and everything, and then he ended up caving to
some
that.
pacey. They can't stand nowhere close to a sister.
I know, Bishop.
And you take that?
Yep.
Damn.
That's bad.
Yeah, just like the brother who directed "Birth of a Nation."
Yes,
You in the spirit.
I
was just about to say that.
Kanye.
No. Everybody that plays in a slave movie, right? You would think that they're playing in a slave movie because they want to do it to show the atrocities that happened to us, to bring out the history of the so-called blacks and Hispanics. But when you peel back the peel and you see their life, they're all married to Esau. So it's like, damn, you don't really care. You just here to do it for a paycheck.
That's why it's called acting.
I know. I figured that out. I like, damn, man.
Even with the women, because the sister who played Harriet Tubman.
Yes.
Married to a white man.
Yep.
One
Disappointed,
thing I gotta say about Esau, when he pick our sisters, he be picking the right one. We be picking these busted white chicks.
Man.
It's not like you pick just
like
a white
Roseanne.
Damn. Right. It's not like they pick like you like, okay, she'll eat it right. Like that white chick, that's Don Cornelius. Go back to that picture. Who he meant to the black community, right? What this man meant to the black community in the 70s. Every black artist had to go through him to become a star. From the Jackson, every last one of them. And then the white chick he picked, she not even pretty. All she did was buy some breast. She's not even like a good-looking one.
Come on
but
now,
then,
dog.
and that's what you, at the end, Don Cornelius, man, come on, man. You was black soul. Man, you sold out. He didn't kill himself anyway. He must have realized it anyway.
man?
But here's the thing. With black men, they don't even be picking like the dime pieces of Esau.
Right.
They be picking these old scallywags.
Sloppy.
Been ran
Foot
through.
dragon.
Been ran through already.
Snag-a-tooth.
Yeah.
Snag-a-tooth.
Foot dragger.
Damn. And then
Breath stank,
Esau, the
lot
men,
lizard.
they be hand picking all the gems, and they could pick them. But we, boy, damn.
The hell is this?
Grabbing lot lizards.
Frederick Douglass. Damn.
Yeah, that one messed me up. He was writing some good stuff, man. Then I saw what he ended up with. I was like,
All right, we got any callers? Anybody on Zoom? Ain't nobody want to talk?
Are we posting a link?
Call
I
in,
didn't
call
see it
in,
the
y'all.
description.
Yeah, because we about to wrap this up
about
right
to wrap
now.
it up. So, you want to have face-to-face with WCO, call in, man. Chop it up with us.
Can I tell you something, man? These articles was really good today. I wish we cut them a little shorter so we could, because so much more that we're not even touching. We didn't even get to. Like, I would love to spend some time, not now because I want to go to something else, but dig into this one right here. Last one about the housing in Black America. Man, if you go through places like Mississippi, I'm telling you right now, you would think you stepped right back in slavery. I'm telling you, people still living without houses. Black people, outhouses on stilts. Mississippi is one of them poorest. I guarantee you, Mississippi is the poorest state in America.
Yeah, I think they abolished slavery in 2013, something like that. They abolished the law on slavery.
Let me tell you something. Mississippi, I've been through there before, and I'm driving through there. I'm like, whoa! It's like you went back 100 years.
Mm-hmm. Bishop, you know what I was thinking about, and I kind of wanted to ask this question too. When we look up the definition of ghetto, it goes back to the Jews.
No, stop! Drop and roll. That's her right there.
Yeah,
that's that man he married.
Wow.
That's a dude behind him.
Come on now,
Miss Trenchable.
Nah, it's the one I think sitting.
That's look like a dude too.
Yeah.
Look like dudes.
Look at that hook nose. Zoom in.
Yep.
Damn, Freddie.
That's what you went for,
Crazy.
Hey, we appreciate you, Frederick.
Damn,
appreciate
Fred.
And was mad at the people for rejecting
for
him,
the
even
shame
though
of
he
him.
was always going around. It messed me up, man. I couldn't believe it. Because he was speaking some powerful words, man, but
He didn't mean that.
ended up with that.
Yeah, you was the man.
He said, "Come on, Becky."
What a shame, Frederick. Shame.
I know there's another picture.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame. Damn.
Shame him, man.
So what was your thing you gonna say now?
So you know how we know that history of the ghetto goes back to the Jews. So I was thinking while this was coming out, I was like, man, I wonder if they was the Romans and they was separating us even back then, if they was trying to segregate us. So it just made me want to do some more research on, you know, how they probably were segregating us back then also.
Listen, they segregated us back in Egypt. Segregation ain't nothing new for us.
Right, yeah.
We've been getting segregated. And I'm all right with that. That's good. I want to be apart from people. I want to be with my people. I don't want to be around anybody else.
For real.
You know,
Right.
only problem,
All right.
But here's the other thing. In this time and age, with us as a people that's not keeping the commandments as far as a nation of people.
Right.
Damn, but I'm going to say sound bad again, but I'm going to say what I think.
Get off your chest, bitch.
It's hard to live around pure Jake.
Facts.
It's hard. It's really difficult. Now, I'm not talking about Israelites that's living right.
Jacob,
but
black
yeah,
people.
like you know,
Black.
You
Ashy black.
I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Right.
You always want a Elam or a little white person around someplace in the neighborhood, even though I can't stand them. But damn, I need you, because if I'm all around my people, I know if it's pure Jake, it's problems.
Right.
Right.
You need some white people around you, because then you get some act right with Jake. But if you live just all black, you got a problem. And that's the oxymoron, because we don't like them. We don't want to be around them, but we need them. I move in and I don't see no white people. I'm like, this is not the place to be at.
You need somebody to snitch, and you need some lawful food.
Hey, and it's true though. It's true, Bishop. Because I remember
Damn,
when
I feel guilty saying that. I'm telling you, I feel bad.
It's true.
It's true. Cause when I moved into my apartment in Miami, the third day that I moved in, they tried to break into my house.
There you
the
go.
Third day.
There you go.
Crazy,
There you go.
bro. I saw crowbar marks. My door all jacked up. I had nothing in there. I just moved in.
Neighborhood watch.
Hey, here's the thing. Here's the oxymoron. When I first moved to Texas, and I moved to where I'm at in Texas, first I never heard the city it was, and then I was with my wife. It was early in the morning. You know, I get up early, and I'm like, oh, man, we in some redneck area right here. I don't know. This ain't good. And I'm like, this is bad. So just the name sound like redneckish, and I'm just like, damn, this, I don't know what we was thinking. And I went to Walmart, and I saw a black person, and like I felt so good. I was like, I was like, yeah, okay, baby.
You shalom him.
No. I didn't say shalom, but I almost hugged him. I saw a black person. I'm gonna tell you about a black dude today in Atlanta. This remind me of a black dude on the airport. In the airport. I'm gonna tell you that next.
Black dude, airport, Bishop.
So anyway, I saw us a black. I said, that's a black person. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was so happy. Then we went down the aisle, like, that's another black person. I'm like, okay, there's black people over here. Another black person. That's before my kids got enrolled. Then I enrolled them in school, and I'm like, oh, there's black people over here. Oh, all right, we good.
Yeah.
Then I caught myself. I said, no. That means it's a place. Black people all over the place. Anyway, let me tell you something. Now I'm going to get into something else. It had nothing to do with what we're talking about. So I'm on the train going to the plane. So it's, you know, Atlanta's black. So I'm on the train. I had my mask on. Would you believe this black dude, a man, maybe about my age, a little older, I had my AirPod in, and I was talking to my wife. He said, excuse me. I said, yeah, what's up? He said, do you mind if I give you a compliment? I said, yeah, what's up? I said, yeah, what's up? He said, you got nice, your bed looks nice. So when he did it to me, now he didn't sound like he was gay, but you know, Atlanta, you don't know. He said to me, so you know what I did? When he said to me, I don't want to be rude. He said, you got a nice bed. I said, all right, good looking. I didn't say thank you. I looked at him. And you know, with people that's of that proclivity, their eyes be bobbling their head. You know, they have that weird look. So I just looked him straight like this. I said, thank you. I said, yeah, what's up? I said, good looking. Like this, see, yeah? And he's like looking back at me like, and I'm like, does he think we're going to make a connect? Because now, you know, I'm looking at you straight. I'm looking straight. I'm like, this dude bold. I'm like, why my beard? And then, so then he said, yeah, he's making small talk about something. He said, that's not exactly what he said, but it ended up to like, where you from? I said, what? This dude like, so I'm from Brooklyn. He said, me too. I was like, oh, shit.
so he went from
He said, we must be kindred spirits. Now I feel uncomfortable because I'm like, oh, gosh, because I don't know where this is going. And he said, so I knew how to diffuse it. He said, yeah, because I didn't even tell you this in the right. And so he said, saying, yeah, because, see, I'm confused what happened because it flooded me. So whatever he was saying, I forgot, but I turned it to black. I started talking black. I said, yeah. I said, you know what, because black men, we supposed to grow beards like lions. I said, you know, white people's on the train. I said, you know, white people are afraid of it. They don't like that. And when I said it like that, he claimed, like, well, I wouldn't say that. I said, nah, yeah, this is my stop. I said, damn it, this is my stop. I kept looking. I was like, trains, come on, hit that letter, hit the letter. I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to make them uncomfortable. I said, yeah. I said, we grow beards like lions. I said, white people's afraid. They don't like that. He said, well, I would have said, yeah, nah, yeah. White person's right over there like this. I just, This dude's trying to pick me up on the train. Would you do this?
Did he rub his fingers through your beard, Bishop?
I was like, but where's security? Somebody help me.
Hey, shout out to Riverdale.
Riverdale.
He said he was from Brooklyn.
Nah, he lived in Atlanta.
Lived in Atlanta.
Oh my God.
Yeah, shout out ATL with the funny butterflies.
Yeah.
The fish.
So what we got? We ready to get up and finish this off? We got a little bit. Let's talk.
You got somebody?
Hoping that guy that was on that train. He said, "Hey, it was me,
He said, brother from the
Like,
show.
hey, remember me?
Sound check.
Shalom, Bishop. No, I can see you without the mask.
Remember me?
Told you you had a nice
Bishop
beard.
gonna run out of here.
I got brothers here now. Come, you don't get to work. You know, I sized him up. I could take him.
You gonna put Officer Razzie up front? He's gonna.
He said, so you think I do Tybo?
I know, right? I'm telling you, boy, he beat you up and take the booty, boy.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I tell you, if this is what you want, boy, you don't know how to pick them. I don't see why you would want me for. I go to prison. I'm all right. Everybody raise me. Leave that old man alone. I'm like, yeah, that's what you want? I'll make sure I eat beans.
Hey, these sodomites, these sodomites is different out here, man.
I eat beans.
I'm telling you,
You don't want this.
I want to know him.
If you want it, you got to clean up this mess first.
I ain't
Tear that down. I just make mess. Clean it up.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.